Wide on this left-hand side, and they are going to go for the try.
Catch it and off, but he got the try in it.
And that's going to be a try for the line, and they have gone through. Hello and a very warm welcome to you to the Victoria Pleasure Grounds here in Goole in East Yorkshire. We're here tonight for Rugby League. It is the second match in this season's President's Cup competition, where UK Armed Forces coming into the competition tonight take on the GB Teachers. Now the GB Teachers have already won their first game 34-10 against the UK Students, and that means a win for them tonight will give them the title for the very first time. UK Armed Forces are out to stop them. Let's hear, shall we, from both camps, and we'll start with Liam Bradley, who is the captain of the UK Armed Forces team. Liam Bradley, who is the captain of the UCAF team this evening, Sergeant Liam Bradley. Liam, great to be here at Goole, obviously, and the President's Cup is always something that you want to do well in, and you have done well in, but it's going to be a stiff challenge tonight against the Teachers.
Yeah, it's always a competition. Obviously, every competition you enter, you plan to win. So it's something that we aim to put us off on the front foot tonight, getting a win tonight. But yeah, the Teachers' result last week is obviously, or the week before, has shown that they'll really be up for it tonight and trying to get their first President's Cup win.
I think it's been a bit of a struggle to get a big squad together tonight, as usually happens, because obviously everyone is so busy with the jobs that you all do. But nevertheless, you've got some players out there who can win matches.
Yeah, obviously with deployments going on, the team isn't probably as strong as sometimes it might be. But we've got a team together, and like you say, there's some real good footballers out there. So don't put it past us to put in a performance tonight.
Now we all know, of course, how competitive you guys are when you're up against each other, RAF, Royal Navy and British Army, but you all come together as a UCAF team tonight. So this is very special, isn't it, for Forces Rugby League?
Oh yeah, like obviously in September we all like to have a good dig at each other, but when we come into these camps, it's one team. We're all trying to sing off the same hymn sheet. So yeah, we'll try and gel as quickly as possible and put in a performance. And
of course, you're used to captaining the RAF team, but what does it mean to captain the UCAF team?
Oh yeah, obviously it's massive. It's the highest level you can do in the military. So it's a real honour to lead these lads out tonight.
Good luck.
Thank you very much, John.
Cheers, Liam.
Cheers, thank you.
Okay, Matt and Lee, then you're the coaching duo of the GB Teachers team tonight. I'll come to you first, Matt. You're the head coach, aren't you? So obviously a great win for you against the UK Students just a couple of weeks ago, and that set you up very nicely for this evening.
Yeah, it has indeed. It was a performance that we've been building to for quite a long time. It was just desserts as well for a lot of hard work that's gone in behind the scenes, and I think it's something that a lot of the senior players, like I say, they were really grafting for that win. So it was great to see. I was really pleased for that group as well, and I think that's really brought a little bit of a spring to people's step as we've come into this game as well. So it's been great preparation in the lead, and so I'm sure what will be a tough game against the UK Armed Forces, which it always is.
And Lee, I mean, you have to say that a victory tonight, and that will give you your very first President's Cup.
Yeah, something within the camp what we knew we could achieve. It was achievable, but obviously the players, I think, have raised the bar this year and really gone for it and sort of made themselves accountable to each other. And I think it's shown on the field because they've brought some real desire to win this comp. If we can get it done, it'll be a huge achievement for us.
A lot of people will say, looking at the strengths that you have in your team, why has it taken so long for the GB Students to get to this level, to where you could be on the verge of a victory?
It's a really good question, to be fair. I think, like I say, it's something that we've been building towards for a really, really long time, and I think it's not something that you can just look at the last game and this game to put any particular fingerprint on that success. I think it's been, like I say, testament to those senior players that have stuck with it through some really, really tough times, and that's been a really, really big influence, that core group of men as leaders that have been able to make, I suppose, this programme more appealing to the likes of some of the more of the experienced men that are onboarding, but likewise we've got a good sprinkling of youth coming through now, which are newly qualified teachers, so I'm sure they've got a lot to learn, not just in the career but also about rugby tonight. So they've got some fine role models that they'll be learning from professionally and also sporting wise.
Okay, just one final question to you, Lee. I read your briefing notes at the end of the game against the students. You said slightly different strategy tonight, perhaps. Is that because you were expecting a different sort of game?
Yeah. Obviously, the students and the armed forces, they've obviously play a different style. We expect the armed forces to be very strong, very fit, and run with some vigour. But the students were obviously very, very. They had the combinations and they played really well, and they spend a lot of time together, as do the armed forces. But I think when I say different strategy, it's how we are going to combat that and deal with, like I said, the strength and the power of the armed forces. So yeah, we'll look at how we combat that one tonight. Well,
let's hope for a cracking game, gentlemen. Thanks very much for your time.
No problem.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers now.
So Lee Hall and Matt Simpson there, the two coaching masterminds for the GB teachers, who obviously have just been out here getting limbering up and warming up. Both teams just heading back into the dressing rooms very, very shortly. Great pleasure to introduce once again a great friend of mine who's come all the way over from Halifax this evening to join us, and Damien Clayton, great to have you alongside tonight in our position here. We're actually at pitch side this evening, so it's we don't have the advantage of a sort of raised position to watch the game going on, but hey, we're here at the Victoria Pleasure Grounds in Goole. This town, of course, got such a lot of history, isn't it? I think I'm right in saying it is the as far as ports are concerned, it's the most inland port in Britain, or it used to be anyway, back in the day. But it's got a fascinating history, this town, and the Victoria Pleasure Grounds as well are changing dramatically. Where you can actually see at the moment the brand new clubhouse that's still being built, that used to be a very famous old stand that dates back to 1870. Apparently.
Right, I didn't know that.
Well, you learn something new every day, Damien. But great to be here, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. And we're looking forward to seeing the UCAF team. As I said in the chat with Liam there, he is so used, of course, as you all used to be, playing against each other at inter-services level, RAF, Royal Navy, Army. You come together for UCAF, and it's very special. And I know how special it is for you, because you took a team to Australia, didn't you?
Yeah, twice. I was fortunate enough to coach a team in 17 and 19 in the World Cup, and then we played the Australian Defence Force as a curtain raiser to State of Origin at Suncorp Stadium, and I really enjoyed my time in playing for UCAF. It was combined services then. I was a little bit older, but when I coached this team, just to bring all three services together, and we are different, but to see that cohesion you get between the three services, and take them to Australia, and actually they're all very different as well, and mentality wise. So we had some good fun, and I've got some very, very good friends across the services through Rugby League and UCAF level.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the GB teachers team, because they've obviously already set this competition alight with that 34-10 victory over the UK students a couple of weeks ago, which has put them in the box seat. If they win tonight, of course, they will win their first ever President's Cup, which has never happened before. But this teachers team, if you look down the team, really, there's quality everywhere, isn't there? With players, like Brandon Worsley, for example. He's Castleford Loch Lane, and looking further down, you've got Hunslet player Ryan Morley. I think he'll come off the bench probably and play at some stage. But players who are used to playing at a very high level of the academy game.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I just mentioned to you earlier, I was speaking to James Clark, who's running Goole now, and he looked down the list of players there, and he had a couple in the academy at Hull FC when he was the CEO, when he was a chief operating officer there. So you're looking at some of the community clubs that these guys are playing for. Folly Lane, Lock Lane, Hunslet, Brighouse Rangers, my own team. From back home.
Hull Dockers. I mean, Liam Wellham at Hull Dockers wearing number 4 tonight.
Yeah. Woolston Rovers, all good traditional rugby league teams, and obviously, when I coached UCAF and we played in this competition, the teachers probably didn't fare very well. Alongside, it was generally a UCAF and a student final, but it's all turned around, and it looks going to be very competitive. It'll be a tough ask for the UCAF boys tonight.
Well, let's have a look at the UCAF team, shall we? And I know, obviously, speaking to Daz Bamford a bit earlier on, I mean, he's had quite a few problems with selection, and that's really because of the times we live in, and there are, I think, virtually the whole of the army is on either training or whatever at the moment. Yeah. He's had players called away, obviously, for duty at very short notice because of what's going on in the world. And that's what we have to remember, that these guys are primarily servicemen, servicewomen, if you're talking about women's teams. So he has been quite limited in what he could bring into the team tonight. But there's still, there's a backbone there of quality. I mean, we spoke to Liam Bradley earlier on, obviously. He's captaining the side tonight. Players like Jack Bartlett, who obviously played at Twickenham just a couple of weeks ago for the Army Rugby Union team.
Fantastic,
in the team that won the inter-services there. And so, he's playing tonight, wearing number 7 this evening. He's brought in the best players that he can. They've not really had a chance to train so much with each other, so they maybe will come in as underdogs tonight.
Yeah, I think so, given the fact that the teachers beat the students. But, John, it's service life, and, some of these guys are on career courses, what couldn't get here tonight and things like that, and they've been operationally deployed. It is what it is. That's part and parcel of being in the armed forces, but, we'll get those shoulders back and they'll dig in tonight. No questions about that.
And I know the teachers are feeling they're going to have to play a very different game this evening than they played against the students a couple of weeks ago, because they know the sort of match they're going to face tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll probably change it. They'll be expecting a tough encounter physically. I think up front, armed forces are well known for that. But I'm just looking to my left now, and I'm looking at the cadet force there and the RAF cadets. So what a fantastic thing for the local people of Goole to get them here today supporting this event.
Yeah, there's a decent little crowd turning up here, which is great to support the Rugby League. And I know that there are plans possibly in place for this to become the home of UCAF Rugby League, down the line. And they can play all their games here at this stadium, it's changing. They're going to be building some more stands, and obviously the clubhouse, which is just across, which is still being built at the moment, is going to be a fantastic facility. It's a shame we're not three weeks down the line when it was going to be opened.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, and again, you mentioned there about home of UCAF, but James Clark is friendly forces. I worked with him closely when I was at Hull FC. We did a lot of stuff there. We at UCAF actually played a curtain raiser to a first team game, which was unknown at the KCOM Stadium. So friendly forces, and if he can make it happen here and it works for the forces, I'm sure.
Well, we're very lucky so far with the weather, Damien, because it's been pretty wretched up here for the majority of the day, and I'm very glad to see that the clouds, which drenched us in rain earlier on, are sort of far away now, and they're probably heading south down towards Buckinghamshire. I don't know. I know that the team back at our base today had hailstones and goodness knows what earlier on. But the players now are coming out onto the pitch, as you can see, led by the Royal British Legion, who are here this evening. And this is a great evening. And it's also a good night as well for George Cox as well, who is the referee this evening for tonight's game. George is one of the most highly thought of young up-and-coming referees in Rugby League. He's from Hull, so he hasn't had to travel too far.
Yeah.
But anyone who remembers this season's Challenge Cup will know that George was the referee who had to call the RAF game off at Heworth because of a frozen pitch, which is what he didn't want to do, simply because it would have been his very first it would have been his first Challenge Cup game.
Yeah.
But he's here tonight, and as you can see, there's a couple of other young touch judges out there, and I'm not quite sure on their names. I'll have to just get that checked out earlier. But George is looking after things tonight, and we know that he'll do a really good job. So we're not going to have a national anthem as far as I know, but obviously the players lining up here, they're just going to be introduced to a couple of the dignitaries who are here tonight for the game. So we are probably going to have to stand fairly near the touchline actually for commentary, so we can see what's going on, Damien. But this is grassroots rugby league, isn't it?
No, it's fantastic. You know, like I say, once the stadium's finished, they'll have a proper gantry and things and proper commentating area. It is what it is.
As far as the UCAF team is concerned, I think the majority, of course, have come from the Royal Navy and from the RAF as well. And as I say, it's been a bit of a struggle, I think, for Daz to get his team in tonight. But he's certainly doing that, and it's going to be a tough encounter here. There's no doubt at all about that. But I'm just glad we're playing it in not warm sunshine, but we're certainly playing it in the sunshine.
Yeah.
So just waiting then for the clock to tick around, and then we will get underway here in this President's Cup game. The first of a very busy few days for us here on the BFBS Forces News with our live sports coverage. Of course, we'll be on Saturday, we'll be down at Gloucester for the culmination of the Inter-Services Rugby Union Championship with the RAF against the Army, and then next week it's football all the way. We've got more President's Cup, but this time football with the UCAF women against the Dutch, and then on Thursday next week we'll have the 2 RAF Cup finals live for you here on our Forces News YouTube channel. So we are ready to go, underway, and it's UCAF kicking from left to right in their white shirts and dark shorts. The UK teachers, the British teachers, are in an all dark blue strip this evening. Straight away the teachers getting in there. Henry Higginson.
Yeah. Good yard so far.
And Jack Watton, making some good ground straight away.
Error there. Good turnover now.
Yeah. Important to get the confidence in, isn't it, for the UCAF players early doors?
Yeah, get up to speed with the game, get the heart rate going, and get the ball in the hand now, actually. Let's see how they get on.
So early scrum. Then on this right on the halfway line. Liam Bradley with ball in hand. Charging through there for UCAF is Rob Matamosi, who's come into the side.
Yeah, good yards. Good carry, found his front to play the ball. Let's get out of there.
Nice opening from UCAF. Jack Broxton getting a good early touch. Broxton again, picked up by Finn O'Brien. These are good early moments for UCAF, Damien.
Yeah, they just need to complete
throwing the
now.
ball round, and they can complete the set.
Here we go.
Nice charge through, and that's a brilliant charge through. Spreads it
He's
across,
in.
and
Good
UCAF
try,
are over for the first try. It's Andrew Smythe from the British Army who's gone in for that early try for the Army. Well, that's a real boost for them, isn't it? First moments of this game, and the Army have a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, they found the teachers a little bit fell asleep in the middle there when the winger came back across, and the big prop just pushed there and scored next to the sticks. It's a good completed set.
Well, a great way to complete virtually their first set of 6 tackles.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that gives them a 4-0 lead. And a great start then for Daz Bamford and his boys. And the teachers have hardly got into the game at all. And the extras go over then. So UCAF then take a 6-0 lead early on in this game. And that's just the sort of start they would be hoping for then, with Sean Kerneville taking the 2 points. I kind of expected that it would be the teachers who would make the strong start, Damien, but
well, I mean, they made an error there on the, I think it was actually the 5th tackle, turn the ball over the halfway line, but it was a good steady 6, set of 6 from the UCAF. I'm looking forward to seeing how Liam Bradley commands his team around the park here today, and actually they did well there, and I thought the winger did really well to spot the gap and the prop pushing there to score at the side of the post. It's a great start.
UCAF then take a 6-0 lead here as they begin their push for opposition territory. Remember the 6 tackles, and for the second tackle, that's a good drive through again for UCAF.
I think he's hurt himself.
Yeah, Tupua takes the knock there. He's gone down. Takes a lot to take him down, Damien, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does, yeah. Strong sense up. He's holding his knee there.
The heavy rain that we've had over the last, certainly during the course of the day today, has really helped to make this pitch a decent surface. I was talking to the guys earlier on from the Vikings, and they were saying that they were training on here last night, and it was as dry as a bone.
Yeah.
And the artificial 3G pitch doesn't take kindly to being too dry, does it?
No. It's actually, it's got the pieces of membrane in it, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's bits of old tyre,
rubber,
I think, isn't it? Yeah. So Tapoya just getting a bit of treatment at the moment, and hopefully he's going to be okay.
There's me saying it was his knee. It looks like his ankle.
RAF Regiment based down at Holton, Lance Corporal, and he's an important member of this UCAF team, and so we hope that he's going to be fit to carry on. He's limping, and it takes a lot to get these guys off the pitch, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, courageous, tough boys.
Takes a couple of guys to get Andrew Smythe down. He's already got a try.
That's a kick there.
Lovely kick forward through. Teachers trying to pick it up. They do collect it in the end with Will Kirkup.
Yeah, penalty there. I'm surprised he kicked so early in the tackle count, to be fair. Get your hand on the ball and make them defend, play your sets out. But must have seen something I didn't to slow down. I say the coaching staff for UCAF could probably do a job.
Yeah.
Looking at Buck Taylor and Parry and such like.
I'm afraid to say that UCAF are going to have to make that change here, with Jate Tapua is having to come off. He's not been able to keep going after that injury, which is a real shame for him. As he walks past our commentary position here now. I say it was well strapped up that right ankle before he even started, but it's actually the knee that I think has taken the bashing. But here come the GB teachers now, driving forward, looking for something.
Yeah,
but
that's
again, good work from UCAF. If you're just joining us live here on our Forces News YouTube channel, a very good evening to you. With UCAF leading by 6 points to 0 here, getting a try early doors in this game. And great work from them. With it was Smythe going over for Andrew Smythe going over for the try, and it was converted for the with Sean McCurville getting the conversion.
Good strong carry that. Just needs to find his front. There you go.
What a surge through that was
Nice, yeah.
from Louis Fraser. Did brilliantly there. He has the ball now. Nicely out to the wings. Nice drive through again for them with Matamosi. Manassa wearing number 17, and that was forward.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It's a good opening signs though for UCAF here, Damien. They've made a good start to this game.
Yeah, turning the ball over on their 20. Just get off the line here and some strong D.
Teachers being penned back at the moment and
Yeah, good.
finding it hard to make any ground. That's a couple of tackles out of the 6 gone. So drive it forward again. Out it goes to right.
Good set. Good
Was a
kick.
good set of 6. Important that that's
Nice.
collected well by Finn O'Brien.
Yeah, he's done well to get out of there.
Good challenging from the teachers, but UCAF bring it. That was a high
Here we
tackle.
go, we'll have that.
Well, I don't think that's going to be allowed for too long. Nick Slaney going down to the high tackle.
Yeah.
And
Nice little pressure release now. A good decent kick. Oh, we're not kicking it this side, so he'll take the 10 metres. Let's just relieve some pressure there.
a bit of a word there, I'm sure, from George Cox for the offence. We don't want high tackles. But looking at this pedigree in the teachers' team, they've certainly got plenty in their lineup, but our Forces players have made a really good start here. That's great work again from Andrew Smythe. Still going.
Good.
Spun wide. Just really feel that collective play from UCAF coming to the fore here. These guys have had hardly any time to train together. Went forward, didn't it? So that'll be brought back. And
But actually making some good yards when we've got the ball. I just think they need to just settle down a little bit and complete your sets and kicking at the corners and put the pressure on them. Because actually making decent yards when.
There were some good runs there. It was certainly made some good ground, but then it was just lost with the misplaced pass, wasn't it, at the end?
Well, he'd overrun him. He probably should have just kept hold of that ball in.
Right, then puts the ball in to the scrum, and the teachers will build again on this halfway line. Kieran Moran.
Oh.
Offside against. Yeah. They've got to get themselves back on side. Well spotted by the referee.
Just out of the blocks too quick there.
Which means they get another set of 6 tackles. Drive through then from Henry Higginson.
Yeah.
Got to hold them up here, have UCAF. Jason Holland driving through there.
To get the numbers now. Yeah.
Spread wide.
Oh,
Opportunity, the ball went forward.
Go on.
Some interesting stories actually attached to some of these GB teachers. I was interested in particularly in one of the guys who's is actually a head of PE with at his school, Jason Holland. He's a PE and inclusion teacher, but actually he was banned from PE as a boy in athletics because he actually broke the high jump cable. He said it was an accident, but he broke it. But there he is now as head of PE. But here come the teachers driving through at the moment with Wolseley. Are they over?
Oh, that's good defence. Good defence.
Held up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So good defence from UCAF there. Here they go once more, and the teachers. And that's Brad Clavering. One more move. Desperate defence on the line now for UCAF. Ball's beautifully spread wide, and they're going to be in for the try here.
Numbers there, yeah.
Yeah, and that was for them. It was Alex Pendlebury going in there for the try for the GB teachers, and that brings them to 6-4. Nicely worked by the teachers there. Really their first proper break into UCAF territory, and it yields the try.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of their hooker actually. He looks pretty smart around the ruck, and George, the referee's, excuse me, policing it very well, as they are doing this year now. You know, it's a lot quicker around, it's a lot tidier around that play the ball area. So yeah, and I think the hooker exploited that a little bit.
Not an easy conversion this though. They were right in the right hand corner that he scored. So it's going to be a difficult kick here for Brad Clavering. It's a good kick. It's a good kick, a very good kick as well. And that levels it at 6-all. So it all came, didn't it, from that giving that infringement away for offside, and they were punished in the end. So we played nearly a quarter of an hour here, and in fact we're just over the quarter of an hour, and it's absolutely dead level at 6 points each in this President's Cup clash between the UK Armed Forces and the GB teachers here. Remember, the GB teachers are looking for their first ever title in this competition. Very strong side, already proved themselves against the English students, beating them 34-10 just a couple of weeks ago. UCAF have come together here. They've made a good start to the game. But to the teachers, just beginning to find their feet at the moment. That's obviously the sixth tackle. Nicely collected for UCAF by them, but it's now they have to get themselves out of trouble here. Charge through again from Matamosi. Here he is once more.
It's good.
Made some good ground. Louis Fraser goes down there.
I think he's carried really strong actually, Fraser.
Yeah. But, it's been won by the teachers, regarding that as a huge success.
Well, they actually know they're in the game here, don't they? They celebrated that little win
yes.
very vociferously. So
I know,
they
you
know
can tell,
game.
can't you?
Yeah.
If you celebrate like that when you've won a try, well, run a scrum. Great drive through for the teachers there from Liam Wellham. And here's Holgate. Nicely spread once again onto that right-hand side, but that's knocked forward, knock on. But you can see what the teachers are doing. They're making the most, aren't they, of that right wing. They already got the first try from that situation.
Yeah, UCAF has just settled down now and get a good set in here without any errors, a good kick in. Come out of yardage and put some defence in.
Seems to me that's the key to success here. Just keep the errors down to a minimum.
It is, yeah. They need to get in the battle rhythm. It's been a bit sloppy the last 3 or 4 times they've had possession. So let's get out of yardage, put a kick in.
Well, Rob Matamosi has made a very good contribution early doors to UCAF, and that was dropped again. It's a sort of Sean McCurville there, but this probably comes from just lack of play, lack of practice, lack of.
I thought that was a bad pass, John.
Maybe it was a bad pass as well.
to be honest,
so the ascendancy goes back to the GB teachers here.
Yeah, it's inviting pressure on ourselves.
A charge forward then from Wellham.
And to get our bodies in front of these big men.
Are they offside? The referee allows play to go on. Teachers then spreading the ball well. So Watton again.
Who's that?
Takes 2 or 3 to get him down.
I'll take that.
Well, he knocked it backwards rather than forwards, didn't he? So the teachers still have it. The referee's allowed play to go on.
Work now.
This is going to be difficult for UCAF here. They've just got to defend well, which they have done. That was great work then from Josh Crabb there.
Yeah, it's 2-on-1 tackle, pinched the ball, penalty under the sticks.
Yeah.
Be interested to see what they do here. How confident are they?
Yeah, the loose forward, they're doing a great
now they're
job.
Playing on.
Keep going. Other teachers getting closer and closer to that UCAF line. Ball hits the post. They've still got 3 tackles left. It's going wide and they're going over for the try. And it's Jack Watton who's gone over for a second try for the GB teachers to put them 10-6 ahead.
And that's a byproduct of not respecting possession. It's, the last 3 times coming out of yardage, I think we've turned the board all early in the tackle count. And it's tough defending. That was a good line by Watton though. Good ball and a good line.
Yeah. That extra set of 6, of course, they got was just made all the difference, didn't it? So near to the line, it was always going to be very difficult to defend. So teachers have turned this one round. They now have a 10-6 lead, which could become 12-6 if Brad Clavering can get this one over. Who's impressed you so far in the teachers team, Damien?
Yeah, I've liked to look at Holland at 9. I think Watton's, when he's had possession, he's done well. He's run a great line there. And I think the scrum half's played quite well at the minute. But they're actually quite a big side.
They are. And he's a big lad, isn't he? Brad Clavering there. He's put that one over to make it 12-6 then.
Well, this will test our character, won't it?
So we're just over halfway through the first half here at the Victoria Pleasure Grounds in Goole. If you're just joining us live here on our Forces News YouTube channel tonight, it's excellent rugby league action. The President's Cup 2026, UCAF in their white and blue against the Great Britain teachers wearing their all dark strip here. UCAF taking an early lead, getting an early score through Andrew Smythe, a converted try, but the GB teachers have come back and now lead by 12 points to 6. Oh, that's another error, leads to taking the 10 metre, taking the extra 10. And we said it right at the beginning, Damon, didn't we, that you know, the teachers have traditionally been like the third team in this competition.
Yes, yeah.
But this is a very different teacher setup.
Absolutely, from what I've seen previously. Smart, look at him, he's getting out of there, got out of the ruck there.
Holland again, driving it forward. Charge now for the line from Kieran Moran. UCAF struggling to hold them back at the moment. They're looking very, very good, very strong, but that's been lost.
We'll take that.
And I think
it's a knock on by
a bit of respite.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's got a little bit giddy there, isn't he? But it'd be interesting to see now again. We need to be disciplined in coming out of yardage and make them defend and get that kick away.
So it's not easy for UCAF, and I mean, and they will not be making any excuses whatsoever. But they're very much a scratch team tonight. They've come together. A lot of players who would normally be playing are possibly watching us this evening. It's a great move from Sean McCurville there, going forward. He's just taken a knock there. He's just feeling his ankle. They've already lost Tupua. He's had to leave the field with an ankle, with his left ankle, and now there's another problem for Sean McCurville. Just getting a little bit of attention, and I think that he's going to have to come off as well, which is another blow, because Daz Bamford has only got 17 players to choose from tonight.
Right.
So he's very limited in the options that he has, and Chris Rees-Lloyd is going to come on to replace him. So that's a real blow for UCAF. We're just a quarter of the way through the game and already a couple of injuries.
But you've lost two. It's going to affect his interchanges now, and people have to do more minutes than what they'd hoped. So it'd be interesting to see how they get on now and how Daz copes with that and what his strategy is. Because the amount of possession the teachers have had at the minute, if we're not careful, they could exploit it.
Well, they're looking so confident. You would expect them to be a confident team.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got about they've got spring in the step up. They're a big team.
Yeah. They were caught cold right at the beginning of the match, but they've certainly warmed up now. As charging through again is Clavering.
Yeah, they're getting in behind those air defenders at the minute. It looks like that's what their plan is.
Aaron Hall, another big lad there. Oh, well, that's a play on, and it's going to be another try. Well, it was a bit of a fortunate bounce there for the teachers, but the man who's gone over for them is Jack Watton, and that's a third try for the GB teachers, and that takes them now to 16 points to 6. Well,
yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
It was a bit unfortunate. It was a lucky bounce for them, and they took it well.
Yep. I expect him to kick this as well. So.
Did I say it was Jack Watton who went over?
It was, yeah, back
for his second try then. Yeah.
Pushing through that, so that the 7 halfback causing a bit of damage there, and Watton on hand to get under the sticks.
I can't see him missing this one. And he puts that one over. 6 plays 18. And, well, it's difficult for UCAF here. They need to, as you say, try and get a bit of quality possession, don't they, now? And
absolutely.
And just make some inroads into the opposition half. But they'll keep it going. Turned into a very pleasant evening actually here in East Yorkshire tonight. It's not what I was expecting at all, to be fair. Not exactly warm, but you know, I think we can expect the subtropical temperatures in a couple of weeks' time, Damien. That's what the weather forecasters have told us. It certainly isn't barbecue weather tonight, but it's a lot better than maybe we expected it to be. But a lot of work for UCAF to do now if they're going to get themselves back into this President's Cup, trailing by 3 converted tries to 1 converted try as we approach the half-hour stage here.
I think these next 10 minutes are key now. If we can hold them out now and get a couple of good sets with the ball, going at half-time and regroup. It just seems a little bit too quick at the moment.
That's collected. Nicely collected by Luke Broadbent there, but
no advantage.
No advantage at all, so it'll come back for the scrum. George Cox making it very clear which way that one's going to have to go. And
a rangy young man taking control of these big men.
He is, yeah. So he's one of the youngest referees in the game at the moment, and seen as a really hot prospect in the world of rugby league refereeing. And it's good to see a young official coming through as he's doing.
100%, that's a good shot.
Chris Rees-Lloyd takes a bit of a hammering there. UCAF need to get their heads down and try and make as much ground as they can. Broadbent going through. Ball goes wide. Nice work again from Matamosi. UCAF just encroaching now well into the 22. Now opportunities here for them. They've still got tackles available. Fraser goes through.
It's all right turning the ball over there. We can get set and put some strong D in.
But possession has gone back to the Teachers. So UCAF can hold them well inside their half here with a set of 6. But they've got a lot of pace, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've got in their backs. They've got a huge amount of pace in the Teachers. I mean, look at that. That's another great drive forward there from Liam Wellens.
They're certainly getting in around that air defender.
And they're through again. Excellent work then from Luke Mitchell-Johnson. So it's the last tackle here. Goes high, and that's going straight out of play. So that'll suit UCAF.
Yeah, hand over there. Thank you very much.
Bit of a relief of pressure just for a few moments. Live here on our Forces News YouTube channel this evening, coming to you direct from the Victoria Pleasure Grounds here in Goole in East Yorkshire. UCAF currently trailing by 18 points to 6 here. Desperately could do with another score before half-time to get themselves back into the game against a very strong GB Teachers team. And
we'll have some of that, yeah. Just copped it.
Yeah. So that'll be a penalty.
Oh.
So George Cox very firm in where he wants that taken. UCAF now with Smythe again. Here's Fraser. Was that a forward pass? It's gone straight out anyway, and so the initiative goes back to the GB teachers.
I think we're just lacking a bit of composure, Johnny.
Yeah, they're not helping themselves, are they?
No, they just the importance of completing your sets to gain some confidence and make the other opposition defend. It's just paramount in the league, and I just think we've brought it on ourselves a little bit.
And talking to Liam Bradley earlier, I mean, he was saying what an absolute honour it is to captain this team this evening. And I mean, you know, we've already discussed what it means to wear that white shirt. It's basically the GB shirt, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And to wear that at whatever level you're playing, and this President's Cup is really important. And it means a lot to these players, and it means a lot to the GB teachers as well. As once again, Ryan Wright drives his way through as they go in search of a fourth try. That's a lovely kick, but it's well taken eventually for UCAF.
Tap 20, let's go.
A tap 20 effort, and so Harry Vorveg now has got a chance. That was good defence, wasn't it? Great defence.
Absolutely, yeah.
So here they go once again with Rob Matamosi. Eventually 3 get to bring Jack Broxton to ground. Nice work from Nicky, who's come on. I can't pronounce his Nakwaleki, I think. Semisi Nicky, we'll call him NK actually.
Yeah, that's a better attempt than I would have.
Semisi NK, we'll call him. But again, it's that sort of flair that UCAF needs. Made some good ground into opposition territory. Once again, it's Josh Crabb.
He's worked hard.
Yeah, they have worked hard here, and let's see if they can get something out of this. Could do another set of 6 here, really, but that's nicely spread out onto the right-hand side, and Chris Rees-Lloyd. Now, what can they do here? NK across to Louis Fraser. So the kick goes forward, and that's beautifully collected, and that's a brilliant try for UCAF.
He's got him offside there.
Oh, that's such a shame, because that was, well, I was getting a bit excited there because Harry Vorveg was, looked like he'd gone over, but the offside given, but that's some of the best play we've seen from UCAF for a while.
Yeah. And they got to the back end of the set, so I think that NK's come on. He started to boss it about a bit, actually. He made a bit of a difference there in that set. Wanting the ball.
Well, what a difference that try might have made to UCAF. But it still remains 18-6 to the GB teachers here.
Good day.
A lot of connections with the University of Hull, as they proudly have that emblazed on their shirts. My old university.
Oh, right.
They come forward again, straight into the hands of Nick Slaney. Just a couple of minutes left in this first half then. And can UCAF try and do at the end of the half what they did at the beginning and get a try?
That's good. Asking some questions around the ruck there, it's good.
Yeah, it worked well. Here they go once more. This time with Smythe again. Andrew Smythe looked very good. NK puts the up and under up, and
I'm surprised if he don't go get 10 minutes for that. You just can't do that in today's rugby league. It's mad. He went in with shoulder as well.
He took quite a hit, didn't he, at the end?
He knew what he was doing, but today the arms are so protected today. You can't put a finger on them when they're kicking, and he threw his shoulder in that one. Nice one. He's gone. I thought he'd go up a 10 at least. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
So, can we exploit that?
Well, there's as good opportunity as any. They've got a set of 6 here. The opponents are down to 12.
And it's number 12 going off. It's actually...
and it's Jack Walton who's...
Yeah, and we liked him.
Yeah, and he scored a couple of tries.
Yeah.
So, a real opportunity at the end of this first half then for UCAF here. What can they get from out of this? There's Bradley. Straight into Smythe, scorer of that early try. Really important for UCAF if they can get a second try here right on half time.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It would really make this a close encounter. Here and it's dropped. Referee.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, what's happened? What's he given here? Well, obviously it's a scrum for a knock on. Well, yeah, Jack Walton, who's the man in the bin at the moment, from Castleford Academy. He's a science teacher.
Right.
And he's used the appliance of science so far.
Yeah. Wasn't much science in that, was there? Shoulder to the grid.
Exactly. The teacher's bringing it clear again. They're relieving the pressure on them a little bit. That's good work then from Wellham, who's looked a very much of a live wire for them tonight. We are into the extra time at the end of this this first half, and what UCAF really could avoid doing is losing another try here. Trailing 18-6 at the moment. Teachers driving over the halfway line with Jason Holland. Just a couple of tackles to go in this set. Higginson there. Goes wide. Good interception. Now. MK going well. But it's collected by
just unfortunate there.
Yeah, MK was off, wasn't he? NK was on his way.
Yes, well that.
And I don't think Brad Clavering's too happy with that decision there. He's kicked the ball away. I suspect they might lose another few metres out of that.
We got quite fortunate, didn't we? Because NK intercepted the ball there. Probably got a little bit giddy by offloading, and we lost possession. So we've got it back. So
smack on the halfway line. We've already played a couple of extra minutes on the clock. Of course, we don't have the independent timekeeper here to stop the clock for us, so we are very much in the hands of the referee here to decide how much more time will be played in this first half.
Just this set up, look at the UCAF trying to the sticks.
Luke Fraser eventually brought to ground. Oh, this is nice from UCAF again, but goes into touch. Unfortunately for UCAF, Nick Slaney.
They're asking some questions though, John. It's better, but last 10 minutes have been better.
Well, they started well, didn't they? And they finished this this first half well too. It's just the bits in between that have not gone the way of the UK Armed Forces.
He's blowing up for half time.
And that is half time.
Yeah.
So, well, and it's been a competitive first half, Damien. You can't say anything other than that.
No. They've done all right. I think they've been a little bit of their own worst enemies at times, to be honest, by not completing. So to go in at 18-6 with the amount of errors that they've made and a bit more composure, I think this game's not lost.
No, it's still plenty to play for. They're going to be off, we're told, for 10 minutes, but the Rugby League players, sometimes they decide to come out a bit earlier, so we won't be going too far away. We are going to bring you some action now in a moment from the Inter-Services Championship, going back to last autumn. But Damien, just quick, before we do that, quick thoughts then on that first half and what maybe UCAF can do in the second half to maybe give themselves an opportunity of getting back into the game.
Yeah, I thought they got out of the blocks really well. Obviously we scored early doors, but I just don't think they've respected possession enough, and I think to get back into the game you've just got to grind it out, especially when you're coming out of yardage. There's some big boys in that team, make them tackle, get them fatigued, and actually I'm just looking at, we're defending quite broad. Big team, get a bit tighter and get amongst them and get them smashed.
And there's probably still 5 minutes left of the sin bin for the
he's good him as well.
Yeah, for Walton, and so he's going to be Jack Walton's going to be in the bin probably for another 5 minutes or so at the beginning of the second half. So again, really important if UCAF can make the most out of that and get something out of the game. But it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be a tough one for them. With the teachers certainly got their heads up at the moment, leading by 18 points to 6 at half time. Damien and myself will be back again for the second half, but right now it's time to bring you action in our little roundup during half time, starting with all the action from last season's Inter-Services Rugby League Championship. Wide on this left-hand side, and they are going to go for the try.
Snatch, get hand off, has he got the try in him?
And that's going to be a try for the line, and they have gone through.
Kick up, and are they going to follow? Ball through that went forwards, unfortunately. That's the RF. They're going to pick it up.
On now.
Play advantage, and she's got the legs, and she's got the legs. It's Ashby over for the Navy's second try.
John, but you know, you build the pressure and the points will come. It's a process, isn't it? Here we go. He's in.
Wide, and it's over.
Yeah, good football.
And it's the fullback, Kieran Prescott, who's over. And it
Needs to be a good kick, get it in corner. Again.
It goes for the corner, but it's quite high and nicely collected,
We'll come away
beautifully
with that.
collected by Tamani.
And then Fiji Rugby,
And
then
it's
Fiji
going
Rugby
wide here
fits
onto
in
the
here.
left-hand side, and this is going to be a second try for
Fiji
the British
Rugby.
Army. And the man who's got in this time for them.
Coach Jack to bring her on, get that impact early, get it straight out there, and there he
Lou's
goes,
gonna
he
break
goes
for number
Lou,
8.
it'd be another
And
try.
she's over! Congratulations, number 8, Lou!
Funny enough, I said to him, I said to my dad I was going to come and play in World Cup, but at the same time, rugby really wasn't my thing to do when I was in army, but then same again, you can't help yourself, can you? Rugby league through.
What a recovery. That's a fantastic bit of work then from the fullback. And he's set his man off. Yeah, he's set off Tamani, and Tamani is going to score a 5th try for the British Army. And that was a remarkable bit of play.
Forget about the ball. Absolutely.
Nice one, that's a beautiful offload. Real chance then. Here's Prescott through, and surely he's going to score. And that was magnificent work then from Tyler Richardson. And he's through for his second try, is Kieran Prescott.
The biggest challenge, I'd say, is just existing.
Out here, Mother Nature is a very cold lady that is trying really hard to kill you.
We need to test nearly to failure and sometimes past that.
We're going on a road trip with the Gollawallers and their recruiting team. Being chosen as a future Gurkha is a battle few will win.
Why are we talking about this now? Well, it's because of this man. He's warned the UK is underprepared, underinsured, under attack.
The wing is probably the most famous part of this aircraft. The blades are made of wood. It meant if the aeroplane crashed with the wheels up, it didn't shock load the engine too much.
Hi, I'm Craig Tilley, and this is In Case You Missed It. Stepping up into the professional leagues, RAF Football's Sergeant Dan McNamara is set to lead the Wolves women into the Women's Super League 2 next season, after winning promotion from the Women's National League. Their promotion was confirmed after they beat Plymouth Argyle 1-0 in their promotion playoff, seeing them move up into the professional leagues for the first time in the club's history. Sergeant McNamara has served as Wolves women's head coach since 2018. Is this UK Armed Forces' strongest man? Army soldier Corporal Reece Calland has qualified for Ultimate Strongman's England's Strongest Man competition. He'll compete at the televised event at the Dome in Doncaster on the 24th of May. A good result there could see him qualify for the UK competition later this summer. Army Reservist 2nd Lieutenant Corenza Bryson is set to compete in her first international pentathlon competition since the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bryson will compete in the second leg of the Pentathlon World Cup series set to take place in Pazardzhik in Bulgaria next week. The World Championship bronze medalist has her sights firmly on the 2028 Games in Los Angeles. Royal Navy rower Lieutenant Taylor Westhead has completed a historic solo circumnavigation of Robben Island in a single scull. Westhead is now the first woman to cross the finish line in the demanding 31-kilometre open water row at the Freedom Paddle event in Cape Town, South Africa. Her achievement is currently under review as a pending entry in the Guinness World Records. RAF Falcons parachute team launching their 2026 display season. After months of preparation, the Falcons took to the skies above RAF Bryce Norton. Children from local schools and members of the station's force watched the team perform freefall and canopy skills ahead of a busy season in the UK and overseas.
Wide on this left-hand side, and they are going to go for the try.
Snatch, good hand off, has he got the try in him?
And that's going to be a try for the line, and they have gone through. Well, welcome back to the Victoria Pleasure Grounds here in Goole this evening, and just to let you know that this is what it's all about. That trophy there, that's the President's Cup, which will be presented this evening to the GB students if they were to beat UCAF tonight. And it's been well and truly polished for us this evening, so it's ready to be collected. But of course UCAF are going to have something to say about that, aren't they, in this second half, if they can get back into the game, trailing at half time by 18 points to 6. The GB students scoring teachers scoring 3 first half tries. It was UCAF who did go first, And Damien very kindly just gone to get us a cup of tea, but the quickest half time I think I can ever remember. But that is what tends to happen in rugby league. Although, to be fair, no sign of the referees so far. So the players are obviously very, very keen to get on with the game, while we still have some light here over in East Yorkshire. Damien, thanks a lot for the tea to warm us up on this it's a coffee apparently, but even better to warm us up on this fairly chilly May night. No darling buds of May for us here this evening. But at least it's been dry, and that's been good. But the pitch did get a really good watering earlier on, and I think that has really made for a very good game. The referee is now back out on the pitch, George Cox. And I must just mention as well the father and son combination who are looking after the judging tonight. That's Carlos Robinson and Caden Stewart. They are our two touch judges looking after things this evening, along with George Cox, who is the referee, the man in the middle. So we are just about ready then to get the second half underway, and starting it for them will be number 17, Brad Clavering. He's been very good with the boot so far. He's converted all three of the GB teachers' tries. UCAF, though, do have the man advantage at the moment, and they'll be hoping to make the most of that if they possibly can in these early stages of the second half. Probably about another 5 minutes to go.
It'd be nice to have be like a BBC, John, and get Mr. Bamford here and see what his talk was at half time, eh?
Yeah, well, if he's certainly got his arms folded at the moment, and if I can get Daz to come over and give us a thought, we will certainly do that. One of his coaching team anyway, but it's a good drive forward there from Sean McCurvale, who seems to have recovered now from that knock that he took. His left ankle, you can probably see, is well strapped up now. He did take a bit of a knock towards the end of that first half. UCAF still pushing hard, and referees brought it back.
They've got out the blocks with some intent there.
A good early pressure from UCAF, but the students pulling, the teachers pulling. I keep calling them the students. The teachers pulling themselves clear here as they aim to further their advantage. That's a great run.
They're just exploiting it. If you're watching, John, they're coming back into getting in between the A defenders and making some big yards there. And they did that in the first half too.
It's the last tackle. And that was...
Hand over there.
Hand
nice.
over, so...
Right, but it's turning the ball over. Look where we are.
Certainly giving the advantage back to the teachers here. Another difficult situation for UCAF to get themselves out of, but they've done well. Work from Luke Broadbent. And that was a knock on. Rob Matamosi there. It was a difficult pass, wasn't it? Difficult to pick up, and unfortunately it was knocked on.
Yeah, it was third tackle. There's probably no need to offload there. He took a decent shot there, but he just played the ball and let's get him in the next one. And he's struggling now, isn't he?
Yeah. Looks like another injury for UCAF here, and it's something they could really do without at the moment, as they are a bit limited on numbers. I say they've only got 17 available players, which rugby league these days is very much a 19 20, isn't it? You know, if you include all the the interchanges.
Yeah, well, 18th, 19th man, obviously for HIAs and things like that. But obviously, fundamentally, it's a 17-man game, and
Matamosi is still down and just receiving some attention. I'm sure Daz Bamford will be anxious to get him back up and playing again, and he'll carry on if he can. But the trouble with these artificial pitches is they're so unforgiving, aren't they?
yeah, absolutely, and difficult on the ankles.
Particularly, Daz was saying basically that kind of ended his career, really. He's had quite a nasty knee injury, which has really stopped him. Although he's had a pretty good playing career.
Yeah, it's quality. Yeah.
I don't think I'll forget that sort of. You were commentating with me at Bradford when the Navy won that title with his kick right at the end of the game to win them the title after such a long time.
Yeah.
That was a very special day for Royal Navy, for the Banda brothers back at over at Odsall Stadium. Must be, 6 years ago? 5, 6 years?
I'd go as far to say, if I'd have taken Daz Bamford to Australia with us, we'd have beaten the Australian Defence Force. He was a quality player.
Driving for the line now, the Teachers once more. Aaron Hall very close to that line, but being held up at the moment. Teachers trying to wiggle their way through. That's Ryan Morley. And Morley has made it. And that's a really important try for the Teachers to increase their lead then to 22 points to 6. Yeah, he took it well, did Ryan Morley.
It'll certainly be a test of her character now.
Yeah, Brad Clavering's been very accurate so far, 100% with the boot. And this looks eminently kickable for him. And that's goes out of the ground and takes them to 24-6. And it's disappointing to see Rob Matamosi just walking past us now, hobbling off. So another replacement that UCAF are going to have to make, which is a real shame for them. As Matamosi was certainly the sort of player you don't want to lose. Louis Fraser also off the field at the moment. As the Teachers drive again.
Good shot.
Yeah, it was a good hit. Such a shame for UCAF, wasn't it, with that try that they so nearly scored at the end of the first half. It could have made life a little bit different. But the Teachers have now got a 3-try advantage.
Yeah.
And again, looking very, very strong on that far side of the field. It's nearly collected by Will Kirkup there.
He's pretty sharp, wasn't he?
It's like a whippet, wasn't he? It's like watching the greyhounds. UCAF then So it's difficult to make out where the lines are for here, because obviously this is a shared pitch with the football line as well. I think the rugby league lines are yellow, aren't they, Damien? I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is. It's yellow and red. So
Yellow,
they've got the 40-20s in red, and then the yellow for the 10 metres.
That's great work then from Andrew Smythe, scorer of the UCAF try. He's still going. Eventually brought down. He's worked so hard today. In fact, all these players have. UCAF again driving through.
That's better, you see.
Good work from McKerville again. Oh, it's dropped. Yeah, Josh Crabb there, just not able to keep hold of it. You're just joining us, we're live here this evening from the Victoria Pleasure Grounds in Goole in East Yorkshire for the President's Cup clash between UK Armed Forces. It's their first outing of the competition, and the Great Britain Teachers. And the GB Teachers, following up their 34-10 win over the English Students a couple of weeks ago, are very much in command here, leading 24-6 against UCAF, pushing towards their very first President's Cup. But UCAF have still got time. Just 10 minutes into this second half now. So UCAF really do need to get the next score. But the Teachers, again, looking so strong as they make more ground. Here's the Kieran Moran. Ball goes.
Set restart there as well, so another set there.
And there's a real opportunity for them to get a fifth try here.
It's just a bit too quick.
Great switch of play from the Teachers. Looking dangerous, looking as if they could go over once more. But held up was Lewis Holgate there. Oh, and driving through for the try is the fullback Brandon Worsley. That was very well taken, and that puts them to 28-4 now. 28-6 rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, it was a try that was coming, wasn't it, Damon?
I felt so. Yeah, I think I'm just looking at the defensive line that we've got. We seem to be really spread and not condensed, which gives the students quite a lot of space when they're running with intent and identifying players to get at. And again, that was just a walking down that left-hand side.
Yeah, they did. They just spread the play so well from right and then across to the left, and there was just no answer really from UCAF. This will be a tough conversion for Brad Clavering, but so far he's been successful with all his kicks. Teachers making a change here. In front of us and coming off is Brandon Worsley, who just scored the try. Kick is good. That's a really good try from Worsley, which takes the Teachers into 30 points, leading by 30 points to 6 now. And I think even at this stage in the game, you've got to say that it's going to be a tall order, shall we say?
Yeah, tall order and damage limitation now, and see what kind of character we can demonstrate. I think we've probably had possession twice this half, have we?
Yeah, and they had that early possession, didn't they? You know, quite near the post, but it was lost.
Yeah.
And straight away the GB Teachers were able to pull themselves forward and create the opportunity to get that crucial fourth try. They now have 5 converted tries, and the President's Cup is almost certainly now going to be landing in the lap of the GB Teachers, but never say never.
No, error to play the ball. UCAF ball now, by the looks of it. Hand over. So we need NK and Mr. Bradley to get a grip now and get something out of this set.
If they can, it will be, it'll give them a boost. But 5 tries to 1, the figures tell you it all. It's been a dominant performance from the GB teachers. But here's MK. And that is to Liam Bradley. Got to put in a captain's performance here now. Nicely spread out onto this left-hand side. And into touch, unfortunately, for UCAF goes Harry Wolveg. So that opportunity is lost.
Was that a second tackle, John, was it?
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it?
The second tackle, it's...
Well, Liam Bradley is just was on his haunches just briefly there. So again, opportunity lost for UCAF. You know, they've had the chances, they certainly have, but it's the team in the dark shirts who have certainly made the most of the opportunities that they've had. A lot of strength as well in this side. That's Ed Brown. An injury for Aaron Hall. He's had to go off for the teachers. But they're a bit like the Spartans. They seem to just have the replacements who can turn it around, as they are doing once more. Looking for a 6th try here. Good tackle from UCAF.
Let it go, let it go. Oh.
Oh, that was a high one. High tackle there on Jack Bartlett.
Oh, that one
again.
Was. That one was.
I think the referee will certainly have something to say about that. So Nick Slaney took the hit there, I think. So it's brought forward by George Cox, the referee. UCAF driving for the halfway line, and they make it. Going off for UCAF is Luke Broadbent.
I think Fraser's carried well.
He has done well, hasn't he?
To just up the tempo now and get on the front foot. He's got a late shot there on Bradley. That'll be a penalty to UCAF. That's naughty, that.
Yeah.
There's no need for that.
Yeah. It was a late one, and this is Liam Bradley. The captain's gone down. He took a real hit there.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a good second after they'd released the ball. There's no need for that. What's the score? 30 points to 6. Late shot on the half. No need for that.
I'm surprised that...
I think George will call him out here. I think they might get 10 minutes. And if it's the same one, if it's Mr. Wotton...
Yeah, he's already been sin bin once, so if it's a second one, that would be a red, wouldn't it?
Oh.
It's bad, that.
Well, Well, good to see Liam Bradley on his feet again after that. The penalty for UCAF. Another set of 6 tackles here. What can they do? Desperately looking for a second try here to give them some hope in this last quarter of the game. Trailing by 30 points to 6. Remember, they took the lead here early doors in this match, but since then it's been domination from the GB students. But driving forward once more is Louis Fraser, who's had a great game, as you say, Damien. Here we go once more.
Yeah, I think Fraser and Smythe have been the best middles out there. Carried strong, made some big yards.
Okay, this is some really good play from UCAF, but are they close to the line? Running out of tackles here. Was it knocked on by the teachers? The referee says no.
No, Liam went to kick it there, and
he was intercepted. It's been brought back for an infringement by Louis Fraser, back on the pitch again. Ryan Morley preparing to, he's done his bit this evening as the GB teachers once more turn defence into attack. You know, UCAF had those opportunities there, didn't they? A rare foray into the opposition half, but the teachers have come away again, looking dangerous. That's a good tackle from NK there.
Yeah.
There's Jack Watton. He's taken a bit of a hit, but
bit of karma there.
Yeah. Kick goes up. It's nicely collected. That's good work then from Nick Slaney.
It's good defence.
Yeah. And that's Finn O'Brien, the fullback, has again taken a bit of a bash. So he'll need some attention. Actually, when you watch a game from pitch level like this, Damien, you just realise that the hits that go in on this game, you sometimes don't. Obviously,
you don't appreciate it when you're a bit further away.
You can see it from a higher level, but you know, watching it at this level, at pitch level, an error there from UCAP as well, handed the ball.
Well, I think that's been actually how it's gone this evening, hasn't it? There's been a lot of errors.
A lot of errors, and you have to put that down to, you know, maybe a bit of rust, because a lot of these players haven't played for a while, have they? They've not played together. We're not making excuses.
No.
And the teachers are exactly there in the same boat. I mean, they don't, you know, they don't get together very often as well. But
looking at their squad, they've got quite a lot of guys playing at community level as well, so they'll be playing in week out. So,
that's a brilliant drive through for the line, and a fabulous try from the number 17 from Brad Clavering, and well, he has been an absolute lethal with the boot tonight, and he's now added a try, a 6th try for the GB teachers, and that takes them to 34-6, and I think we can safely say that the President's Cup will now be safely in the hands for the very first time of the GB teachers, even though we've only been playing, 63, 64 minutes. If you're looking at a player of the match performance, I don't think you have to look too much further, although...
He's played well, 17, he's carried well as well, he's certainly kicked very well.
It's a very complete performance from him. As he goes for a 100% record with the boots, and he has certainly achieved that. So that goes up to 36-6 now in favour of the Great Britain teachers. I'm just looking at Brad Clavering, based at Oakfield School. Doesn't say in the notes that I have that he is playing with a club. It just says Oakfield School, so
he looks like he plays a bit.
He does look like he plays at a high level, and he's a big lad, isn't he? But he's also very, very mobile.
Tall, rangy back rower.
Shouts of offside coming from the pitch, but the teachers don't need this. Kieran Moran going through. Great unit of the teachers. They really are showing what they can do now. It's almost champagne stuff from them. I think so many of these the teachers have got links with the University of Hull, so they're all emblazoned with the university crest on their shirts. And they've knocked the ball on there. Just to remind you as well, we've got loads more Forces Sport coming your way right here on our Forces News YouTube channel over the next 7 or 8 days. And the culmination, of course, of the Inter-Services Rugby Union Championship at Kingsholm, Gloucester on Saturday, with obviously already the Royal Navy, of course, are the men's Inter-Services champions for 2026. The women's, though, is still open, with the RAF and the Army doing battle first of all at Kingsholm, followed, of course, by the men, the RAF and the men, RAF and the Army following that on as well. And that is another injury, unfortunately. This time it's Sean McCurville who's had to limp off the field immediately. So another change for the UCAF team, and straight into the action goes Rokona Manasa. UCAF just looking for this second try to give the score some respectability. It's not to say they haven't been respectable in the way they played, but no, that's certainly not the case. But another try for them tonight would be just rewards perhaps for their performance.
Yeah, I think they've come up against a very disciplined teacher's side, John, to be fair. They're very structured in what they're doing. And it's been compounded by a lot of UCAF mistakes, which has given them a lot of possession, and then fatigue sets in, and penalties like that are given away, and it's just adding to the pressure. And
yeah, you add all those bits into the mix, and suddenly you end up with a score like this of 36-6.
Yeah.
But
they are a good team.
Yeah, they're a very good team, and they're almost playing like they play regularly together, and that's a tribute to the way they've been coached here.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 36-10 when they beat the 34-10 rather, when they beat the English students. So It's following a bit of a pattern, isn't it?
Consistent.
So 6 tries there. They'll be hoping to add to that here. Mentioned our coverage on Saturday. We've also got loads of football for you next week on our Forces News YouTube channel, with the President's Cup football down at Bracknell Town FC. That's on Wednesday evening, with the game between the UCAF women and the Dutch women's military team. And we'll also be at Oxford City FC on Thursday for the RAF Cup finals, the Plate Cup final, which involves RAF Akrotiri this year against RAF Valley. And then we've got the cup final itself, which is RAF Leeming, and they are going to be involved in that as well. So we've against RAF Wittering. So we've got loads of football for you next week, but it's very much rugby all the way. And I think a touch of cramps setting in now on the members of one of the members there of the UCAF team, which is not surprising. There's not a lot of give in these pitches, is there?
No, no.
The man who went down there was Josh Crabb, but good to see he's back up on his feet again. And another set for the teachers. Oh, that's a high tackle, and the referee allows it to go on.
It's a knock on. We'll have some of that.
They've got it back. Jolly good coffee this, actually, Damien, I must say. Keeps the cold out tonight on a cold May evening. But,
it is.
Again, that's good work.
Fraser.
Good work then from Luke Broadbent again. He's been at the thick of the action throughout the whole evening.
We've got to a kick.
Right. Nice drive forward. UCAF still going. This is great work then from Jack Bartlett there. Are they driving for the line, getting close here?
Here we go. Let's put some pressure on Indy here. Get off this line.
But once more, that pattern, that familiar pattern with them getting so close. But then the teachers are able to mop it up and come away with it themselves.
Not too sure about that, George.
Well, the decision's gone the way of the teachers. She said earlier on, Damien, great to see the cadets here tonight and playing their part in the evening. And, you know, maybe some of them have watched this and think, I wouldn't mind taking up a bit of rugby league.
Yeah, definitely, and it keeps them part of the community, part of the professional environment around here, around Goole. And, you know, they've only just started this year of Goole in the championship, so it's nice to see them all partaking.
This is very much an up-and-coming club, isn't it, Goole Vikings here? I think we're going to see quite a lot more of them. They're getting this stadium sorted.
Yep.
Very much a community facility here, organised by Goole Town Council.
Yep.
And it's really good to see a facility like this, which will, when it's finished, will be available for all of the people of the town to make use of. And that clubhouse over there, I'm looking forward to coming back here at some stage in the future when it's finished. And I think it will be a much used facility. Very different from the old days of the Victoria Pleasure Grounds. Louis Fraser Goes down.
That's got to be a set restart there, referee. Come on.
Bit too much holding going on for my liking, but that's a really good move there from Liam Bradley. And
a high shot.
A high shot, so that's a penalty then for UCAF. They've got another set of 6 tackles here. What can they do here? Can they get themselves a second try? So, great opportunity then. This is possibly the best opportunity in the second half then for UCAF. What can they make of it? With Smythe again. Yeah. Andrew Smythe going through.
Get to line.
NK. Drive for the line again from Jack Bartlett there.
He's in.
Are they in?
No.
It's just again a bit held short of the line. Ball switched across. It's good defence from the teachers again. It's been a very complete performance from them, not only attacking but also defensively. But UCAF still driving, hoping to get
well
close.
Done, mate.
Are they over?
He's deserved that, yeah.
Well done to them. It's Louis Fraser's gone over for the second try for UCAF, and that takes them to 10 points.
He probably deserves that, to be honest. If he's worked hard for his efforts there.
Well, when they got that penalty, it was a great opportunity. It was the best opportunity they could have had in the second half.
Yeah, but they've had a couple of sets of 6 in the teachers' half, and there you go. There's the rewards for it.
Well, it's going to be NK. Some are saying NK is going to take the conversion to see if UCAF can put that extra 2 points on the board to make it 12-36. Which he does. So NK with the conversion. It's now UCAF at 12, the GB teachers 36.
Is that the same score as the student? What the biggest
it was 30. Yeah, it was 34-10. I think. Right, there was obviously a misconversion.
Yeah.
Well. You get a yellow card in football for removing your shirt. Does that apply here? So it's James Jackson who's come on. He's now wearing the number 19 shirt. So just trying to confuse the commentary team even more. As we head into the last 5 minutes of this game, UCAF have scored their second try of the game. Not going to be enough to deny the GB teachers their very first President's Cup, but UCAF have worked hard here. They've carried on trying, they've carried on working really hard, and I'm sure that is going to impress Daz Bamford, the coach. NK again with a good run through. If UCAF could get a third try, well, that really would give them a real boost here. Bradley with and the ball eventually goes out of play. Back it goes then for the tap for the teachers, and another set of 6 tackles starts all over again. Higginson to Cleaving. Here's Clavering again. Already got one try to his name and all that scoring.
Yes.
Is it going to be another try for the Teachers?
No, it's good defence.
Just brought in front, brought down in front.
Liam Bradley, good D.
Ball goes wide onto this right-hand side.
Come on, boys.
UCAF trying to stop Alex Pendlebury from going over.
Let's work it. Good.
Desperate defence from UCAF, trying to keep the Teachers out from a 7th try. Nicely across field though. Here's Siddons. Still going is Jordan Siddons. But great work again from Semisei NK.
No penalties now.
Up the ball goes. Well. Yeah, that could have just about gone anywhere.
Can't before the full time now, John, is it?
Yeah, we're just into the last moments then of normal time here. Just maybe a couple of extra minutes as we count down on the clock. We've gone past 80 minutes in the real time. So it's now whatever George Cox decides he wants to add. At the end of this, the GB Teachers know now they've got this very much in the bag. Looks like they've got some celebratory shirts as well.
A new kit to have the photo taken with the trophy.
With the trophy, which is pretty special. It's a special occasion for them. If you've never won this cup before, then you're going to make the most of it, and quite right too. And they've deserved it, no doubt about that. But it's been a good fight back from UCAF, and the ball's lost again. So we wonder whether that might be the last play of the game. UCAF scored the first try of this match, and it looks like they might have scored the last try of the game as well. It's just all the bits in between which didn't go quite as well as UCAF would have wanted. But all in all, it's been a terrific contest here. Really well played for both teams. UCAF right to the end, showing their mettle. And the game's been played in a really good spirit as well, Damien, hasn't it? It's been tough. There've been a few high tackles, but hey, it's been played in a terrific spirit, which is what we want to see.
Yeah.
I mean, all these players are teachers, all role models for their students, no doubt. You have a variety of tasks. Some of them are teach carpentry. There are economics and history teachers. There are lecturers in goodness knows what.
And rugby league players.
And rugby league players. That's what it is. Makes it so special tonight against these servicemen. And there's mutual respect all round. As Bradley hoists that up and under. And is there a chance for UCAF to have a third try here? Referee says no, brings it back.
I think he's going to blow his whistle now, is it?
And I think it's just going to be the last action of the game. And we are going to have the presentation of the trophy here right at the end of the match.
Yeah, I see Mr. Butler there at the side. He won't be too happy handing that over from the students.
So the tap taken quickly by the
that's just
in
the evening, isn't it?
Unnecessary.
Come on, George.
From the captain. very much in the last moments of the game as the GB teachers drive forward again, looking for a 7th try here. Nicely switched over. That's a lovely run forward and a chance for them with
good try.
Yeah, Johnson's gone through. It's
I think that'll be it. But I think Kieran Moran, number 20.
Yeah, is it Kieran Moran on the end of it? Yeah.
On the end of it, he created it.
Yeah, it was great work from Moran.
Good vision there. Yeah. Good ball over the top. I think he's actually had a good game taking the ball to the line.
Well, it is the 7th try for the GB teachers, and it's put the icing on the cake for them, really. So they will surely have the last act then of this match, as it's going to be down to Brad Clavering then to take the conversion. In fact, it's not Brad Clavering, it's been moved across to Jack Watton to take the conversion this time. And he takes the kick now, and it's over. Well, 42 points to 12, and that is the last act of this President's Cup match here in Goole, and it's congratulations to the GB students, the GB teachers rather, on the victory here, scoring 7 tries to 2. But nevertheless, it was a brave fight from the UCAF players coming into this game, and both teams deserve huge congratulations for their performance.
There's been some good
tonight.
football, John. Actually, there's been some good football, some strong tackling. Like I say, he's played in a good spirit, other than a couple of late shots on the arse there. But the teachers deserve to win that.
They did.
A better team all round. You know, we had a couple of spells, but I think overall we didn't probably respect possession enough, and you know, and their go forward was good. They had some good players.
It makes you wonder, actually. There's a question I did ask right at the beginning of the evening: is this GB teachers team are so good? How come it's taken them so long to win the President's Cup? Because obviously they've hit a purple patch here with some very good players.
Yeah,
is it the time of the year, perhaps?
Well, I don't think so, because we've always played. You know, since Rugby League went to summer, then President's Cup started years back. We played at this time of year. I think it is about timing. It's about wanting to play. I think the organisation behind the scenes with the teachers has got better and attracting other players. What play in the community? You could see, I'd say, you know, 2/3 of them play regularly at weekends. They're good players.
Well, they're putting their special shirts on, their commemorative shirts, to which they obviously prepared well in advance, and quite right too.
Yeah, good on them. You know, and it's good. It's healthy for the competition. You know, I don't believe the police have played this year, so. Again, you know, we need all constituent arms of these type of bodies to be playing. It's a healthy comp.
Yeah, well, 7 tries to their name in the end, and well, it's been an excellent performance from the GB teachers. But let's just pay our tributes as well to our UK Armed Forces players tonight, who, you know, they never gave up. Nope. Obviously, they've given their very best tonight, and they've scored 2 good tries right at the beginning and right at the end of the game, and so that point, 12 points, it's no disgrace from them whatsoever. And it's always difficult when they're a scratch team coming into the competition. Not easy for UCAF, but as we said, you know, these are players who are used to playing against each other. Here they are playing with each other, alongside each other, and of course they still got another game to play against the English students. And they'll be anxious to come back after this. And
most definitely, some of those boys played well tonight, and again, the cohesiveness clearly wasn't there at times, but. I dare bet every one of those people over there right now will go back to their unit, whether it's on ship, a unit, RAF camp, or whatever it is, and they'll be, I played for UCAF this week. It's a big deal, John.
It is, and it's a great honour to wear that white shirt, because as we said earlier, it is the same as the GB shirt. This is a Great Britain Rugby League shirt, and not just England, Wales, Ireland and Scotland. It is the GB shirt, and it means an awful lot to those players.
It hasn't been through lack of effort they got beat tonight.
No, absolutely not. And I'm very proud actually. They've got the BFBS logo on their on their shirts as well, which is excellent. And long may it continue.
Yeah.
But we're just waiting now for the final presentation to happen. Then we'll stay with you live just for the presentation. I'm sure that those of you who are watching tonight supporting the Great Britain teachers will be celebrating as well, because it's been a night for celebration. Now the traditional applause coming through for both teams, which is always great to see, isn't it? And well done to all the players who've given their all tonight. And I'm just so pleased it's been a pleasant night to watch rugby league as well.
It hasn't rained. It hasn't rained.
Well done to the
match
officials as
did
well.
well. He had control of that game, which is good.
Yeah, well done, George, and the two touch judges, Caden and his dad Carlos, as well. So they've stepped to the breach tonight. So we'll just stay with this right until the trophy is presented. But, Damien, it's been a great pleasure once again having you alongside
thank you.
This commentary. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and we look forward to the next one, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so I think it's time now for the presentation to happen, and just a little quick speech is being made here. Which is unfortunately our microphones can't pick up, but quick speech being made, and the trophy will be presented right at the end of this.
No, they've waited a long time for this. Good on them. Should be proud.
No, we're just trying to. I'm just trying to listen in on what he's saying at the moment. But it's. I think he's paying tribute to the fact that Teachers Rugby League is possibly quite new, and that for them this represents a huge achievement actually, to have got this far. And you can see from the looks on their faces that it means such a lot to them to have won this President's Cup tonight.
Yeah, most definitely.
When you win something for the very first time, of course, the next thing is that you want to retain it, don't you? So they'll certainly be back next year as strong as ever. But just looking down that lineup tonight, it looked pretty awesome, Damien. Actually, even to start with, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the spine did really well. I thought the 6 and 7 and 9, and also the two back rowers, I thought they were quality. So.
Well, we hope the speech is not going to last for too much longer.
He actually. Dave Butler works with the Air Commodore retired Dean Andrews, so he's Dean's words obviously rubbing off on him.
Well, the trophy now being presented by Dave Butler to the UK students, and I think that is to the captain, isn't it?
Yep.
To GB teachers. I keep saying students. I do apologise.
Jack Watton.
And it's Jack. Yeah, Watton, who scored 2 tries, also has got himself in the sin bin as well. So on that note, we will say a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget our next live action here on our Forces News YouTube channel will be on Saturday. We'll be at Gloucester for the culmination of the Inter-Services Rugby Union Championship. But from Damien Clayton and myself, John Knight, and the rest of the team, thank you very much indeed for watching, and a very good night.
Good night.
Wide on this left-hand side, and they are going to go for the try.
That's good, and off. Has he got the try in?
And that's going to be a try for the line, and they have gone through. Oh, wonderful break from the RAF. That's a brilliant
Services Rugby matchup.